Hi, this short video is to summarize the key concepts and ideas of outsourcing that we learned in 3 lectures. We discussed on lecture 1 on defining IT outsourcing and then introduced to outsourcing terminology. We also listed the various motivation factors for an organization to go for outsourcing. With motivation drivers listed, we discussed further on whether the outsourcing is good or bad. The structured course framework for outsourcing begins with a strategy in outsourcing. Once an organization decides to go for outsourcing, then it should consider on where, to whom, what level, what type, and what to outsource. The business strategy for outsourcing has to be in such a way that it creates opportunity to grow. The framework strategic assessment of outsourcing will help an organization to determine the functions of an organization that should be outsourced. In lecture 2, which is on outsourcing scope, we discussed on what and how to outsource. PwC model helps to identify what functions that could be outsourced. Basically, the model categorizes all the functions into 3 types of process called core, essential, non-core, and non-core business. We also discussed another model called Leslie-Wilcox sourcing, which identifies by classifying the process whether it contributes to business or contribute to competitive edge. And on how to outsource, we discussed with the Earl's methodology, which maps business plan, current system, and IT opportunities. The scoping of outsourcing was discussed through Amberg and Weiner's model, that's moving from tactical to strategic outsourcing. And finally, we discussed on SLAs and its key element, which will enable to realize both tangible and intangible benefits of outsourcing. In lecture 3, which is on vendor selection, that's who the best to outsource. As a part of procurement process, we discussed the importance of request for proposal and its key components. Next, we discussed on how to choose the right vendor by evaluating, categorizing them based on the organizational view. As partnering with vendors involves a great effort of relationship management, and for effective relationship management, we discussed SNAP's model for relationship development. In detailed discussion on 12 core vendor competence was important as it could be used as a tool in evaluating a vendor. And finally, we discussed on pricing models and how best to negotiate on pricing structure to have a win-win situation for both outsourcing company and the vendor. Thank you.